All right, so today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the world of translational medicine,
Sounds good.
specifically at Queen's University.
Okay.
And we're going to be focusing on their Translational Institute of Medicine,
Right.
or TIME for short.
Yeah.
And we've got some fascinating documents here about the work that they do. And it
Yeah.
seems like this place isn't just about churning out research papers.
Right.
They're really focused on getting those discoveries out into the real world,
Exactly.
where they can actually help people.
Yeah, what really strikes me about Time is that they go beyond just simply conducting research. They've built this incredible ecosystem
Okay.
where researchers, clinicians, and even patients are all working together.
Wow.
It's like they've really cracked the code on collaboration
Okay.
in a way that most institutions can only dream of.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
But before we get lost in all the amazing things that TIME is doing, let's
Yeah.
start with the basics. How did this institute even come about?
Well, picture this. Two doctors, Stephen Archer and Stephen Vanner. They're having a casual coffee chat.
Okay.
But instead of talking about the weather,
Yeah.
they're brainstorming ways to supercharge research and train the next generation of medical superstars.
Wow.
That conversation sparked the creation of Time,
Okay.
and their mission from that moment on was crystal clear. Bridge the gap between the lab and the patient's bedside.
Okay.
They're all about taking those scientific discoveries
Right.
and turning them into real-world solutions to improve human health.
So it's not just wishful thinking and good intentions.
Absolutely not.
They actually have a plan to put this into practice.
Time has a very strategic approach built around 5 key pillars.
5 key pillars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each plays a crucial role in their translational research machine,
Gotcha.
like a finely tuned engine,
Okay.
with every component working in perfect harmony
Okay.
to propel their mission forward.
I like it. So tell me about these 5 pillars.
Okay, let's start with their graduate program,
Okay.
the Translational Medicine Program, or TMED for short.
Okay.
Now, most grad programs in medicine focus heavily on lab research.
Right.
TMED flips the script.
Okay.
They give students this incredible blend of traditional lab work with real-world clinical experience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So it's not enough to understand the molecular intricacies of a disease.
right.
They want their students to actually witness the impact it has on people.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very unique.
So they're taking these students out of the lab and
Yeah.
putting them in front of actual patients.
In one of their courses on bleeding disorders,
Okay.
students first learn all about the science
Okay.
behind conditions like von Willebrand disease, but then they get to sit down with a woman
Oh, wow.
whose life was profoundly impacted by an undiagnosed bleeding disorder.
That's got to be a pretty powerful experience.
Talk about a reality check.
Yeah.
It really drives home the point
Yeah.
that their research isn't just an intellectual exercise.
Right.
It has the potential to make a real difference.
Yeah. To make a tangible difference in people's lives.
Absolutely.
That's great.
And that focus on the human element,
Okay.
it's woven throughout the entire TMED program.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about the TMED curriculum.
They have a really interesting course called Research Success Skills.
Research success skills.
Yeah.
What is that?
It goes beyond the typical scientific training.
Okay.
It equips the students with the practical skills they need to thrive in research.
Okay.
Things like grant writing, communication, and project management.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, they're basically saying, we're not just going to teach you the science.
Right.
We're going to give you the tools to actually make a difference.
Yeah, I like that.
Perhaps most importantly, TMED emphasizes understanding the totality of a disease,
Oh, wow.
not just isolated aspects. It's like that old parable about the blind man and the elephant.
Okay, yeah.
Each man feels one part of the elephant
Right.
and has a completely different understanding of what an elephant is.
Mm-hmm.
TMED is training these students to see the whole elephant,
Okay.
to consider all the factors that contribute to a disease,
Gotcha.
from the molecular level
Okay.
all the way up to the societal level.
I like it.
Yeah,
So pillar number 1, TMED, sounds pretty impressive.
it is.
What's next?
Next up, we have the Queen's Cardiopulmonary Unit,
Okay.
better known as QCPU.
QCPU. Okay.
Now, most research institutions have shared core facilities,
Right.
but QCPU takes things to a whole new level.
All right. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
What makes QCPU so special?
Well, first of all,
Okay.
they've got an incredible arsenal of cutting-edge equipment.
Okay, like what?
We're talking next-gen sequencing,
Okay.
a mass cytometer,
Mm-hmm.
a micro-PET SPECT CT scanner,
Wow.
You name it, they've probably got it.
Sounds impressive.
But here's the real kicker.
Okay.
They have a dedicated team of 7 scientists
Okay.
who operate this complex equipment and analyze the data.
Oh, wow.
It's like having a built-in research support system.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so it's not just about having the fancy toys.
Right.
It's about having the expertise to use them effectively.
Yeah. That's got to be a game changer for a lot of researchers.
And the best part is,
Yeah.
QCPU isn't just for heart and lung researchers.
Oh, okay.
It's open to researchers across 27 departments and 3 faculties,
Wow.
making it a truly collaborative hub.
That's great.
They even have a clinical echocardiography facility
Oh, wow.
housed within QCPU,
Okay.
literally blurring the lines
Yeah.
between research and clinical practice.
I'm starting to see why time is considered such a leader
Yeah.
in the field of translational medicine.
They're definitely walking the walk.
Okay, so what's the third pillar?
Okay, this one might seem a little less flashy than QCPU,
It's okay.
but it's just as vital.
All right.
It's their online community tool called UniWlibby. Think of it like a social network for scientists.
Okay.
But instead of sharing cat videos,
Right.
they're sharing research findings,
So-
equipment requests, and grant opportunities.
So like a one-stop shop.
It's all about connecting the right people
Okay.
with the right resources at the right time.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so say you're a researcher
Okay.
and you need to use a flow cytometer for your project,
Mm-hmm.
but your lab doesn't have one.
Right.
You log on to UniWeb,
Okay.
search for flow cytometry,
Okay.
and boom, you get a list of experts,
Okay.
facilities, and even potential collaborators
Wow.
who have what you need.
So it just streamlines the whole process.
It really fosters a spirit of cooperation,
That's wonderful.
which could be hard to find in the world of academia.
Right. It can be really competitive.
Exactly.
So UniWeb is like the glue that holds this time community together,
Yeah.
ensuring everyone has access to what they need to succeed.
That's a great way to put it.
All right. So we've covered 3 pillars. What are the final 2 that make up this powerhouse?
Okay, the 4th pillar is actually an extension of their dedication to supporting researchers.
Okay.
It's their incubator grant program.
Okay.
And it's specifically designed to help researchers secure funding
Mm-hmm.
from larger organizations like CIHR.
That's huge.
They provide seed grants,
Okay.
expert critiques,
Mm.
and guidance on navigating those complex grant applications.
So they're really setting their researchers up for success.
You got it.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And while the first 4 pillars are explicitly laid out,
Okay.
there's a 5th component that underpins everything they do.
Interesting.
A deep commitment to celebration and outreach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Okay, well, it's evident in everything from their annual Time for Science to Shine at Queen's party,
Okay.
where they celebrate research achievements,
Mm-hmm.
to their active supportive initiatives,
Okay.
like Women in Science at Queen's,
Great.
which champions diversity in STEM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
They even have a podcast called Time to Talk Science and Medicine,
Oh, wow.
where they interview researchers and clinicians.
That's fantastic.
So they're going above and beyond to engage the community,
Right, and to promote scientific literacy,
which is so important these days.
especially in today's world, yeah.
Yeah, and their commitment to outreach doesn't stop there.
Okay.
They're also heavily involved
Yeah.
in events like Science Rendezvous,
Okay.
which brings science to life for school children
Oh, that's wonderful.
through hands-on activities and demonstrations.
So they're planting the seeds
Exactly.
for the next generation.
For the next generation of scientists.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So I'm really impressed with their approach.
Yeah.
It's clear they're not just focused on generating knowledge.
Right.
They're equally passionate about sharing it and
Right.
making it meaningful for the world.
Mhm.
But we've been throwing around this word translation quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if we could unpack that a little. What exactly do they mean by translation?
That's a fantastic question.
Yeah?
And they address it head on
Okay.
by turning to a rather unexpected source,
What's that?
the dictionary.
The dictionary.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with cutting-edge research?
Well, it's not just any dictionary.
Okay.
The Oxford English Dictionary
Right.
was the first dictionary to embrace crowdsourcing,
Interesting.
to define and update entries.
Okay.
It relies on how words are actually used in society
Gotcha.
to shape their meaning.
So they're looking at how the word translation is being used to
Uh-huh.
understand what it means for time.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, and the OED provides some really relevant examples,
Okay.
like the translation of research findings into clinical practice.
Okay.
It's all about taking those discoveries from the lab
Mm-hmm.
and figuring out how to apply them to improve patient care.
Okay.
They even connect this back to the 4 types of research acknowledged by CIHR.
Oh, wow.
Biomedical, clinical, health systems, and services research.
And social, cultural, environmental, and population health research.
So translation happens across all those different types of research,
Exactly.
not just in the traditional sense of moving from basic science to clinical trials.
It's really about weaving together different strands of knowledge
Okay.
to create better health outcomes.
Gotcha.
And, they actually use a wonderful analogy.
Oh, I love analogies.
Yeah, to illustrate this point.
Okay.
They compare translational research to an orchestra,
Oh.
with each researcher playing a unique instrument, contributing their expertise to create a beautiful symphony
I love that.
of scientific advancement.
It's really about valuing each person's contribution
Right?
to a larger goal.
And that collaborative spirit is at the heart of everything time does.
Absolutely.
But before we dive deeper,
Yeah.
I'm curious,
Yeah.
what stands out to you the most about Time's approach?
Honestly, I'm really blown away by their commitment to collaboration.
Okay.
It's not just lip service.
Right. It's woven into the fabric of their institution, from their grad program to their state-of-the-art facilities to their online community tools.
Yeah, they're not just talking about breaking down silos.
Right.
They're actually doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that commitment is what allows them to tackle those complex health challenges from multiple angles, bringing together different perspectives and expertise to find innovative solutions.
I'm hooked.
Good.
Tell me more about the impact they've had and what new, exciting things they have in store.
Let's start with the impact they've already made.
Okay.
The numbers are pretty impressive.
Okay.
Over 200 researchers,
Wow.
$27 million in funding,
Okay.
and 985 publications in 2023 alone.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And I imagine QCPU has played a major role.
It's definitely become a magnet for researchers across the university.
So investing in cutting-edge infrastructure and providing that expert support can really accelerate scientific discovery.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't end there.
No, the story doesn't end there.
Okay. Tell me more.
They've got some exciting new developments
Right.
that are going to take their impact to a whole new level.
Okay.
Have you heard about TimeCore?
Ooh, TimeCore.
Yeah.
That rings a bell, but I need a refresher.
Okay, well, TimeCore is a $15 million initiative
Okay.
that's set to launch in 2025.
Okay.
And it's basically going to supercharge Time's capabilities,
Okay.
solidifying Queens as a global leader
Gotcha.
in translational medicine.
That sounds really exciting.
Yeah, we're talking brand new research platforms,
Okay.
state-of-the-art equipment, and even more opportunities for collaboration.
I can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll have to save those details
Yes.
for part 2 of our deep dives.
For part 2.
Okay.
All right, so let's quickly recap.
Okay.
Time is more than just an institute.
Okay.
It's a vibrant ecosystem
Okay.
where scientific discovery and tangible impact on human health
Okay.
go hand in hand.
And it's not just about fancy equipment.
Right.
It's about fostering that collaborative environment
Exactly.
where researchers from diverse backgrounds can work together,
Absolutely.
driven by a shared passion to improve lives.
Precisely.
So as you ponder this world of translational medicine,
Yeah.
here's a question to consider.
Okay.
Given what you've learned, what area of translational medicine do you find most intriguing?
Yeah, and why?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be giving that some thought.
Okay.
Join us for part 2,
Right.
where we'll uncover the secrets of TimeCore
Yes.
and explore the future of translational medicine at Queen's University.
Sounds good.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of time at Queen's University.
It's great to be back.
Before we take that little detour to ponder our favorite areas of translational medicine, you are about to fill me in on all the exciting details about this TimeCore initiative.
Yes, TimeCore is truly something special.
Okay.
As we mentioned before.
Yeah.
It's a $15 million investment set to launch in 2025.
Right.
And it's going to be a game changer.
Oh.
Not just for Queens, but for the entire field of translational medicine.
Okay, I'm ready for all the details.
All right. Well, for starters, it's going to house 6 cutting-edge research platforms.
6 platforms?
Yeah, each with a dedicated expert staff scientist.
Wow.
We're talking world-class resources and expertise, all under one roof.
Let's take a virtual tour.
Okay, sounds good.
Where do we start?
First up, we have the Animal Research Center,
Okay.
or ARC for short.
ARC. Okay.
Now, you might be thinking, an Animal Research Center, what's so special about that?
Yeah.
But trust me,
Oh.
this isn't your average rodent facility.
All right, convince me.
Well, for one thing,
Okay.
it's going to be a state-of-the-art, ultra-clean facility, which means significantly expanding Queen's veterinary capacity under the guidance of Dr. Andrew Winterbourne. This level of cleanliness and care is crucial for conducting research.
Yeah.
It's both ethical and reliable.
Of course, making sure the well-being of the animals is a top priority.
Absolutely.
And of course, they're generating good data.
Exactly.
All right, so what's next on our Time Core tour?
Next, we have the Advanced Microscope Core.
Okay.
And this one's particularly exciting for me.
Okay.
Because it's going to be led by Dr. Stephen Archer.
Oh, wow.
One of the visionaries behind time.
Okay, so what kind of microscopic magic will Dr. Archer be conjuring up?
Get ready to be amazed.
Okay.
This core is going to house some seriously high-tech microscopes.
Okay, like what?
Including super-resolution light microscopes.
Okay.
And low-voltage electron microscopes.
Those are some big words.
They are.
So break it down for us non-scientists.
Okay, so imagine being able to see the intricate dance of molecules within a single cell.
Okay.
Or to track the movement of a virus.
Wow.
As it infects a host.
Okay.
That's the kind of power we're talking about here.
So this core is going to be a game changer for all kinds of researchers.
Yeah, researchers studying everything from cancer to infectious diseases to neurodegenerative disorders.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Okay, what's next?
Next up, we have the Cellular Heterogeneity and Transcriptomics Core.
The cellular what?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
It is.
But the science behind it is fascinating. Essentially, it's all about understanding how gene expression varies within different cells of a tissue.
Okay, I'm going to need you to break that down for me.
Okay, fair enough.
Because all that's starting to sound a bit like a textbook.
All right.
So gene expression, cells, help me out here.
So think of it this way.
Okay.
Every cell in our body contains the same DNA.
Right.
The same blueprint for life. But different cells express different genes.
Okay.
Meaning they turn on or off certain sections of that DNA.
Okay.
This is what allows a heart cell to be a heart cell.
Gotcha.
And a brain cell to be a brain cell.
Okay.
Even though they have the same genetic code.
So this core is going to help researchers understand which genes are turned on or off in different types of cells.
And why that's important.
Yeah. Why is that so important?
This variation in gene expression is key to understanding how tissues develop, how they function, and how they can go wrong in diseases like cancer.
Okay.
This core is going to give researchers cutting-edge spatial transcriptomic tools.
Spatial transcriptomic tools?
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to break that one down for me, too.
Okay. Basically, they're tools that allow researchers to create detailed maps of gene expression within tissues.
Okay.
Pinpointing which genes are active in different parts of a cell or an organ.
So like taking a snapshot of which genes are talking in different parts of the body.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
That's really powerful.
It is.
Especially for things like cancer research.
Absolutely. Spatial transcriptomics is going to revolutionize the way we study cancer.
How so?
Allowing researchers to identify the specific cells that are driving tumor growth. To track how those cells evolve over time, and even predict how a tumor might respond to different treatments.
So almost like personalized medicine at the cellular level.
Exactly. It's incredible.
Yeah, this time core is blowing my mind.
It's pretty amazing.
All right, what's next?
Now we're moving on to the extracellular vesicles core.
Extracellular vesicles core?
Yeah.
That sounds a little sci-fi.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But in reality, it's a rapidly growing field with huge potential for understanding and treating diseases.
Okay, so tell me what exactly are extracellular vesicles?
So think of them as tiny packages that cells use to communicate with each other. They're basically little membrane-bound bubbles filled with molecules, including proteins, lipids, and even genetic material.
So they're like tiny couriers delivering messages all over the body.
That's a great way to think about it.
Okay, but how does this tie into research?
Well, it turns out that these microvesicles play a critical role in a wide range of biological processes.
Okay, like what?
Everything from inflammation and immunity to tissue repair and even neurodegeneration.
Wow.
This core is going to support researchers like Dr. Fernanda De Felice and Doug Munoz, who are particularly interested in microvesicles in the brain.
The brain.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. They're exploring how these tiny messengers influence communication between neurons, which is essential for everything from learning and memory to mood and behavior.
Wow.
They're also investigating whether microvesicles could be used as biomarkers for neurological diseases.
Like Alzheimer's?
Exactly like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's.
Okay.
Or even as vehicles to deliver drugs.
Oh, wow.
Or therapies directly to the brain.
Okay, so TimeCore is really all about pushing boundaries in biomedical research.
Yeah, from the cellular level all the way up to the organ level.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It is.
All right, what's the next platform?
Next, we have the Personalized Medicine Core.
Personalized Medicine Core.
And this one's actually going to have a presence in 2 locations.
Okay.
Kingston Health Sciences Center, or KHSC.
KHSC.
And the Gastrointestinal Disease Research Unit, or GIDRU.
GIDRU, okay.
And this core is all about tailoring treatments to the individual patient using cutting-edge technologies and a deep understanding of the patient's unique genetic makeup and disease profile.
Right. So personalized medicine is a really hot topic right now.
It is.
How is TimeCore going to contribute to this field?
One of the key areas is cancer research.
Okay.
Dr. Annette Hay will be leading the charge here, using the core to manufacture CAR-T cells.
CAR-RT cells?
Yeah, those are genetically engineered immune cells that are designed to attack cancer cells with incredible precision.
So almost like a personalized army.
Exactly, like creating a personalized army.
Of cancer-fighting cells.
Cancer-fighting cells.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's amazing what they can do these days.
Yeah, it sounds like science fiction.
I know.
But it's happening right here.
Right here in Canada.
That's so exciting.
It is.
So what else will they be doing?
On a different front.
Yeah.
Dr. Stephen Vanner and Premeet Sheth will be leading research on the microbiome.
The microbiome? Okay.
Yeah, that complex ecosystem of bacteria that lives in our gut.
Yeah, the microbiome. I've been hearing a lot about that lately.
Yeah, it's a hot topic for sure.
So what are they hoping to achieve in this area?
They'll be using a new mass spectroscopy system to rapidly identify bacteria, allowing them to create detailed profiles of the human microbiome and understand how it varies between individuals, between different diseases, and even in response to different treatments.
So this is going to be crucial for developing personalized therapies for all kinds of different conditions.
Yeah, from digestive disorders to autoimmune diseases to even mental health conditions.
Wow, the microbiome really is connected to everything.
It seems so.
All right, 5. Down 1 to go.
Okay.
We've explored the Animal Research Center, the Advanced Microscope Core, the Cellular Heterogeneity and Transcriptomics Core, the Extracellular Vesicles Core, and the Personalized Medicine Core.
That's right.
What is the final platform that rounds out TimeCore?
Last but not least, we have the collaboratory.
It's collaboratory.
And as the name suggests, this space is all about bringing researchers together to brainstorm, to analyze data, and to spark new collaborations.
I love that name. Yeah. It sounds like a hub of creativity and innovation.
Exactly.
So what kind of resources will be available in the collaboratory?
It's going to be a haven for data analysis. Equipped to handle and display large data sets, particularly those that integrate information from different sources, things like proteomics, transcriptomics, and metabolomics.
So all those omics technologies.
All those omics.
They're revolutionizing how we study biology.
They really are.
But they generate mountains of data.
Mountains of data.
And it can be really hard to analyze.
It can be very challenging.
So the collaboratory is going to help make sense of all this.
Exactly. It's going to be a space where bioinformaticians, statisticians, and data visualization experts can work side by side with researchers to extract those meaningful insights from these complex data sets.
So a real melting pot of ideas and expertise driving innovation and discovery.
That's the goal.
Okay, I'm officially speechless. Time is committed to pushing the boundaries of translational medicine and creating that collaborative environment.
Yeah, where groundbreaking discoveries can flourish.
It's inspiring to see an institution so dedicated to pushing those boundaries and making those advancements meaningful for patients
Absolutely.
and communities around the world.
Yeah, Time Corps is a testament to their vision and dedication to making a difference.
But as impressive as Time Corps is,
right,
we have to remember it's just one piece of the puzzle.
It is.
They've also got their unique graduate program, their state-of-the-art QCPU facility, their online community tool, and their incubator grant program.
All connected.
All those pieces work together to bridge that gap between bench and bedside.
That's right.
Speaking of collaboration,
you
know that question you posed earlier about how time makes sure that researchers from all these different disciplines can effectively work together. Well, that's a topic that deserves a deeper look.
I agree.
I'm really eager to learn more about their strategies for fostering interdisciplinary collaboration.
Okay, well, you'll have to stay tuned for the final part of our deep dive because that's where we'll uncover those secrets.
I can't wait. Okay, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into time at Queen's University.
Right.
We've seen their commitment to collaboration in action from their facilities to their research, but I'm still curious. How do they actually cultivate that collaborative spirit?
Right. Not just going to happen by accident.
Right, exactly.
Time has a very deliberate approach to fostering this interdisciplinary collaboration. And it really all starts with their TMED graduate program.
TMED.
Yeah.
So we talked about how they blend the traditional lab research with the real-world clinical experience. But how does that actually lead to a more collaborative environment?
Okay, well, imagine you're a TMED student attending medical grand rounds with your peers. And you're all coming from different backgrounds. Maybe you're focused on genetics. Someone else is studying immunology. And another student is all about bioengineering.
So a real mix of different perspectives.
Exactly.
What happens next?
They're not just passively observing.
They're
actively engaging in discussions about real patient cases, diagnoses, treatment options, challenges, successes.
So they're seeing those connections between their own research and that bigger picture of patient care.
It's those aha moments, those sparks of inspiration.
Right, when different perspectives come together.
Exactly.
And that's where that magic happens.
It's about building bridges between the silos of different research areas.
Right, so knowledge can flow between them.
And that collaborative spirit goes beyond the classroom into the research labs.
So it's really baked into the culture of time.
For the ground up.
And a huge part of that culture is mentorship.
Absolutely. Time pairs seasoned researchers with those up-and-coming scientists, guiding them, just helping them navigate challenges, encouraging them to think outside the box.
Mentorship is so important.
It is.
Especially in a field as complex as this one.
Right.
But it sounds like time takes it a step further.
They do. It's not just a one-way street. Where the experienced researcher imparts wisdom. These mentors are also learning from their mentees. Gaining fresh perspectives and sometimes even new research ideas.
So it's a two-way street. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Everyone benefits.
Exactly. And this culture of mentorship goes beyond the lab. Time encourages researchers to go to conferences together. To present their work. To engage in public outreach.
Right, so breaking down those barriers.
Yes, breaking down those barriers.
Between academia and the real world.
Exactly.
It's like they're saying science isn't meant to just stay in ivory towers. It should be shared, discussed, debated, and used to make the world a better place.
That's a great way to put it. And this brings us back to their dedication to celebrating achievements and promoting science literacy.
Their annual Time for Science to Shine at Queen's party.
Their podcast.
Their podcast.
Their involvement in Science Rendezvous.
All of it.
It all shows their genuine desire to engage the community.
Absolutely.
And make science accessible.
To everyone.
And they do such a good job of weaving this public engagement into their research mission.
It's not an afterthought.
It's a core part of who they are.
It's really impressive.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into time, it's clear they're not just bridging that gap between bench and bedside. They're blurring the lines between disciplines.
Thankfully.
Breaking down those silos.
Breaking down silos.
And it's forging those new paths of collaboration and discovery.
It's inspiring to see.
It really is.
An institution so committed to pushing the boundaries and making those advancements meaningful.
For the world.
For the world.
This has been an incredibly enlightening deep dive.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm walking away with a newfound appreciation for the power of translational medicine and the impact it can have on human health.
Absolutely. And as we leave you today, I hope you're inspired to think about the role you can play in supporting scientific discovery and innovation.
That's a great message to end on.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of time at Queen's University.